Police are investigating the shooting of a man at a nightclub in Queens. He crashed into several parked cars while trying to drive himself to the hospital. Newscopter 7 was over the scene as the investigation started today.
And the man was found slumped over in the driver's seat of his car early this morning in Jamaica. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson is live at the scene in Jamaica with details. Kimberly.
Well, a large stretch of Liberty Avenue is still closed as crime scene investigators go over each and every inch of this roadway. Let me show you what's happening here. That dark gray car there with its rear end facing us, that is the victim's car. There are two other cars, if you pan over here, marked to the right, behind this NYPD flatbed. There's an SUV and a light colored gray car. Those cars were actually parked on Liberty. They had nothing to do with this. I want you to take a look at some exclusive surveillance video showing NYPD officers racing along Liberty Avenue. It was just after 3:30 this morning, and by then multiple shots had already been fired. Witnesses say this all started outside of a social hall at Liberty and 148th Street. Sources tell Eyewitness News the 59-year-old victim, a man, was standing out front and that he was not the intended target. The suspect was actually in a car, pulled out a gun and started shooting. The victim was hit and got in his silver Volvo sedan and was most likely trying to get to the hospital. He was critically injured at that point, but he lost control and crashed right at Liverpool Street. I spoke with a man who was in another parked vehicle. He ran to help the victim, but by then it was too late.
The guy in the silver Volvo, did you see his car coming towards you?
I look up. I heard a gunshot. I look up, and I think he went from on the westbound lane, went onto the eastbound lane, the oncoming traffic, and went straight into the car that was parked, and the two cars went towards my truck.
What did you think?
I didn't even know. It's like out of the blue, out of the moment. You know, I feel bad for the guy that died. You know, got checked him, and it was nothing.
The victim also tells me that after he heard the shots fired, he looked up. There was a second vehicle he believes may have been the suspects. They stopped, and then they took off towards the Van Wyck. Again, the 59-year-old victim, sources tell Eyewitness News he was not the intended target. At this hour, detectives are also out there. There are a lot of surveillance cameras in this area. They're looking at that footage to see if there's anything that can lead to the suspect.